Would you like to have a little tour of the garden? It's a bit bright, but let's see if we can make this work with a handheld phone. This is the grapevines. Look at them, they're doing really well. Lots of grapes on, look at them. Those grapes and grapes on there. Mostly what they're doing though is they're casting shade on this wall, which will help keep the house really cool all summer. That's the mostly east facing wall. I've got another one on the west facing wall. Look at that, that's an orchid. I've got a few little hanging baskets of orchids there in the shade. Bishop's Crown chili going really well. It's overwintered, so we'll get chilies from it at least a couple of years. That's a button squash flowering like crazy. They're mostly male flowers yet, but there's another one over there with female flowers on it. It'll come good with female flowers. The last of the cabbages, got a couple of cabbages left, but cabbage moths are starting. You'll probably see some in this video, they're starting to come. An eggplant, a few of them coming on. It'll grow to fill out that whole space. Cucumber, trying to get it to climb to conserve space. Some curly leaf kale, we've been eating lots of that. Ginger, cilantro, parsley. I've been pulling parsley out, I've got too much of it. And what's in the background there is taro. It's a really nice variety of taro. Leeks, lots of carrots, lots of spring onions. There's a celery going to seed there. I'm not sure that it's my best celery. I might not let it seed. Next to it is a lucullus that I am letting go to seed. And in between here, there's the beans that are just coming on. There's some there, scattered all over the garden. And there are, whoops, I'm in the sun. I put pots out to harden off. They're pots that are getting close to ready to plant out. And I put them out there to get full sun to harden off a bit. That there is a Thai basil. A few broad beans. Last of them, might get a few more out of them, but they're pretty close to the end now. Oh, that's the potting bench there. And all that little row of paper cups there are excess seedlings that I'm going to put out on the footpath to give away. I have a neighbour who hasn't got a keep cup, buys his coffee in takeaway cups, but at least they get a second run. Silver beet, been having lots of that this spring. Beans, they're the beans that I'm picking at the moment, that lot and that lot there. And a cauliflower, again, last of, might just get, I think I'll get that one before the cabbage moths come in. It's getting hearting up now. A few beets in there. That one up there is a tromboncino, and I grow tromboncinos in preference to zucchinis these days because they take up less room and they're a lot hardier. There's a fennel in there somewhere. That's one of the bigger eggplants coming on. It's a little way off yet. Basil next to the eggplant kind of helps a little bit, just mixing things up, aromatic things around things that tend to get attacked. Some capsicums. That one overwintered and you can see it's suffering a bit for it, but it's got some nice fresh leaves that are looking nice, so might come good yet. Those ones are snake beans. I'll put a little tripod there for them to grow up. Some echinacea in a pot, cucumber climbing. Those are the red, what are they? Purple king beans, climbing beans. They've been really good. I've been picking lots of them. More kale, more spring onions and beans and parsley and another red cabbage that I might get, and some dahlias because I like dahlias as cut flowers. That one and this one here are broccolini that I'm letting go to seed. I've got two of them going to seed, so I keep some genetic diversity because that was a really good variety of broccolini. Silver beet. There's some fennel. That one's hearting up there, you can see. Be really nice. I really like roast fennel, and I really like fennel in great really finely sliced in salads. This one has been a great plant. It's you can see it in there. It grows like a chilli, but it bears, they're very, very mild chilies. We eat them as capsicums. They're yellow, very mild chilies that are hugely prolific, really, really, really prolific. Bit hard to see at the moment because they're mostly green, because we've mostly picked all the yellow ones, but if you can see them, there's, yeah, just lots and lots of them. What else have I got in here? Lots of things. Lots and lots of things. Calendula climbing, there's the cabbage moths. You can see them around now. I've got some chives and garlic chives in hanging baskets there, so they're really easy to pick all the time. That's a mint and a oregano and Vietnamese mint, which is one of my favourites. Vietnamese mint and Thai basil together in soups and Asian style dishes works really well. I'm zooming a little bit here, but hopefully you're not getting giddy. The mint went crazy. I really need to thin that out and pull a lot of it out. But we do eat a lot of rayitas, mint with cucumber and yogurt over summer. It's one of our favourite salads. There's some, what are they? Cherokee wax yellow beans in there, and those ones that are going to climb up over this arch are black-eyed peas. They're just getting, that lot are just getting a go on, and this lot here are young. They're again, they're a hugely prolific subtropical, one of my new very favourites. Love them, and we eat a lot of them as we eat them more like you would eat lentils, I guess, in other climates. A lot in salads, stews. Yeah, that one is water chestnuts, and that one is kangkong in a little sink there. If you've been following me, the peewees get into the water chestnut pond when I first planted in spring, but as you can see, the water chestnut survived. That's a ginger pot. These are telegraph cucumbers. They've been early. We've been picking heaps of them. There's another one coming on there. Yeah, they're doing really well. They're keeping us in cucumbers to eat and cucumbers to give away. There's some asparagus in there, which you may or may not be able to see in this. It's fairly young still, but we've been eating a fair bit of asparagus over spring. More dahlias. I figure I've got just enough room really, but I love cut flowers in the house, and dahlias like that are a great cut flower. Greek basil in a pot. More black-eyed peas. More tromboncinos climbing up there, and that's a cucumber climbing up there. And over the back here I have an opportunistic cucumber that I stuck in the corner there, hoping it'll climb up over there, but we'll see. And some nasturtiums and some parsley, all of those kind of invited themselves in mostly. These ones are yacon. This bed is mostly yacon. So it's designed to be dug up once at the end of summer, well into autumn. But I've found yacon to be valuable enough that I give it a whole bed to itself, which is pretty generous in my tiny garden. But I use yacon in salads all the way through late summer and autumn. My granddaughter loves eating them just like apples, so she gets yacon in her school lunches and after school snacks. Then I make the rest into syrup. That lasts me, the last of it's just run out now, so it lasts me about 6 months, or it did last year. This year I'm going to try and make enough for the whole year. That I put on my morning yogurt, and it is really nice, bit of sweetness without any calories, or very few calories. And some nice, insoluble fibre that's supposed to be good for you. That's a, my brain stopped at this point. This bed is designed to be, I'll think of it in a second. I've got a few of them there. They're a good root crop. I'm trying to grow enough starchy root crops to be able to be calorie self-sufficient in this tiny little garden. Over there you'll see this young avocado tree, and hopefully you can see it. It's loaded with avocados this year, so that'll be really nice. It's only 4 years old. I've got a few more avocados, but that's the one that's bearing best. Tamarillos in the food forest verge garden. Lots of trees in there. The citrus down the other end are the ones that are doing best. So that's my front yard veggie garden, intensive veggie garden. I'll do the backyard and the food forest in a separate video because this is going to get too long. 10 minutes already. Oops.